I'm so excited. I've never owned a brand new car, and now that we're married, we're finally able to afford one, you know? Having two incomes really helps.
That's for sure. You know, I think back to 4 years ago when I lost my job and I didn't know when my next paycheck was coming in. Things sure have improved. Now, both working, we have that really nice apartment, and I feel things are really going okay. It's time to get a new car, but I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to afford one.
Well, it helps that Uncle Bill works for a dealer, you know,
Yeah.
really good price, and with the 0% financing offer, you know, we're definitely going to be able to afford it.
Well, Tom and Alicia, I've got some bad news. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get you that 0% loan. It's only available for qualified buyers. And Tommy, I'm sorry, but you don't qualify. The best interest rate I can get you is 9%.
9%? What are you talking about? Why doesn't Tommy qualify? Tommy, what's going on?
I guess it was from a couple of years ago, you know, when I lost my job. I didn't have a paycheck, so I put everything on my credit card. By the time I got a new job, the amount I owed was so huge that when I was able to start making payments again, I couldn't make a dent in the balance. So I just kind of gave up. Then I moved here, a completely different state, and they stopped sending me statements. So I guess I thought maybe it didn't matter anymore.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, because I never heard from them again, I really thought it went away and it didn't matter anymore.
Unfortunately, the banks and credit card companies in this country, they share information on your payments through the credit reporting agencies. Maybe you've heard of them? Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. No? Well, these companies get information from bank and credit card company records and keep track of whether you've made timely payments on items such as credit cards, car loans, student loans, and mortgages. It's a national service. So whatever information these companies have about credit cards that you didn't pay in one place, it's going to be available to lenders all across the nation. They use it to compute what is known as your credit score. It's sort of like a numerical grade, and it's what companies like ours use to decide whether or not we're going to loan you some money and at what interest rate.
So what does it mean for us on the car we want to buy?
It's not good news. With the 0% loan and the trade-in on your SUV, you'd be paying $283 a month. But Tom's low credit score means you don't qualify for 0% loan. So the best I can do is a 9% loan. And that's going to push your payments all the way up to $353 a month.
9%? Geez, that's another, you know, $70 a month. I guess having a really low score really costs us a lot of money. What if I apply for the loan under just my name? I'm sure my credit score is excellent. I mean, I never owned a credit card. I pay my rent on time. I like to pay cash or check. That way I don't owe anybody anything.
You know, I don't think you make enough at your job to pay for this on your own.
Tom is right. But even if your income was larger, there's a problem with your credit as well, Alicia. When I entered your name into the system, you had a very low score too.
What? Wait a second here. That's not right. I pay my rent on time, my electric bill, my phone bill, my cable bill. I never, you know, owe anybody anything. How can I have a really low credit score?
I believe you. But these reporting agencies assign scores as a way to predict whether or not you're going to pay your bills in the future. And the main way they make that prediction is to look at how you paid your bills in the past. Now, you may have a good payment history, Alicia, but it's with folks who don't report that history to the credit bureaus.
So what does it mean? That's not fair.
I hear you, but the problem is that reporting to the credit agencies is voluntary. Your landlords, Con Ed, the phone company, the cable company, they don't report. If you don't have a credit card and you rent your apartment and you don't have any outstanding loans, then there's really no evidence that you even pay your bills on time. It's a problem that a lot of folks have. And one of the things they do is that they get a credit card to build some type of positive credit history, okay? You get the credit card and you use it sparingly, but you need to use it, okay? Build a pattern of actually paying your bills on time. And in a year or so, that should dramatically improve your credit score. That improved credit score is going to help you tremendously when it comes time to actually apply for a car loan or even a house loan.
I guess I can do that. I get so many of those offers in the mail, it seems like I get 2 or 3 a day.
So what can I do? I mean, am I forever doomed by that credit card default mess I made for myself down in Texas?
No, of course not. There are ways to address the problem, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And I don't think there's anything I can do about the rate I offered you today. But the good news is your credit score is not written in stone. Most of the information that's on your credit report and held by these credit agencies, these credit, bureaus, they can only hold on to it for 7 years. Now, you had problems 4 years ago, right?
Right.
So that means you only have 3 years left. Now, another option that you have is to try to contact the creditors directly and see if you can, negotiate or work out a payment plan that you can afford. Who knows? They might even be willing to negotiate a payment of a lower amount in an effort just to try to get back some of the money that they lent you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But is that the only thing that they use to measure my score? What else do they base the score on?
Well, there's lots of things, okay? And they all combine to create what is known as your FICO score. There's a lot of things they take into consideration. The most important one is your payment history, okay? They also look at how much of your available credit you're actually using. So you want to try to keep that down below 35% if possible, okay? They look at the length of your credit history, the number of recently opened accounts, and the types of credit that you use.
So I guess I'm going to need a plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But the good news is that over time, you will win back your credit rating. Now, here's something you can do immediately. You can start boosting your rating by actually paying your bills on time. Every time, Tommy, okay? Keep your credit card debt low and pay it off rather than just moving it around different accounts. And try not to open up a lot of different accounts.
Wow. I see that this is going to be a long-term project. But, I really don't trust those bank people. Some of them got pretty nasty on the phone. I mean, how am I supposed to know that they're going to take this good information if I change my ways?
Well, first of all, you have a right to check your credit report from each one of these 3 credit agencies once a year for free. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I've got a brochure here. It's www.annualcreditreport.com. Or just try calling a number. It's 1-877-322-8228. Here's a brochure. I did it myself a while ago, and it's great. There's a lot of information on the credit report. It shows you all the accounts that you have and notes on any negative issues affecting each individual account. And they even offer tips on how to improve the score. You also have an opportunity to actually pick up your credit score there. Okay, it's not free, but you can get it at the same time, and it only costs like $6 to $10. It's worth it. But as a word of caution, you need to be careful because there's a lot of internet sites out there that are going to try to trick you into buying your credit report, as well as talk you into all these different services that you probably don't even need. Does that make sense?
So where does it all leave us with the hybrid we want to buy? I mean, I know $353 a month is more than we plan to spend, but think of what we'll be saving on gas. I really love that car.
I know it's more than we expected, but I figured if I put in a few hours of overtime in each week, we can pay for the car. I just want to do whatever I can to make you happy. I'm sorry my problems are costing so much.
Oh, honey, it would be a lot of hours, and I would much rather spend the time with you than with a new car. If we just wait and work together, in a couple more years, we can get any car we want. Thanks, Uncle Bill. You really helped us today. We really learned a lot.
Not a problem, kids. I'll be here for you whenever you're ready.